Hello friends, my name is Sunil Gowde and I am a cost accountant with a BCom graduate. Currently, I am working as a freelancer for training and teaching in securities market, financial markets and some graduational courses. Before that, I have a experience of almost more than 19 years in exchange operation. I was working with one of the prime exchange in India for last 19 years. Uh, there I was handle business development for equity derivatives, currency derivatives, and interest rate derivatives, debt market for almost 9 years. And before that, I was handling trading operations for equity related product like securities lending and borrowing, IPO market, and debt market. So with this experience of the exchange, I am going to explain you about the secondary market trading at the stock exchange plus securities operations with regards to clearing, settlement, risk management at clearing corporation end, as well as what are the various functions which are taken place at member end with regards to trading as well as compliance. So in today's sessions, we are going to cover securities operation and risk management. So basically, in last time we have covered secondary market trading side. So today we post trading. There will be a clearing and settlement and risk management, and there are also a lot of operations activity which has happened at trading member end with regards to trading, clearing, settlement, risk management, and also with regards to the compliance and regulatory matters. So we will have a discussion on all these in today's presentations. So let's see what are there for today. So today we have a trade life cycle, how the trade life cycle happens in secondary market from trading to the clearing and settlement and then transfer of securities or funds to the end client. Then clearing and settlement, more focusing on the clearing corporation side, and also focus will be on the cash market and little we will cover on the equity derivatives side. Then risk management framework at a clearing corporation end. Then what are the various compliance which broker needs to be done, and what are the other services and products stockbroker will provide along with the trading, clearing and settlement. So these are the topics which we are going to cover in today's sessions. So let's begin with the trade life cycle, focusing on the cash market and especially from the secondary market point of view on the stock exchange. So, in the securities trade life cycle, now what is trade means? We have seen that when the buyer and seller meet together and they agree on a price, then there is a trade happens. But trade is not have a logical end until and unless there is a paying and payout of funds and securities. So, buyer will give the funds and he will receive the securities, and seller will receive a funds and he will give us securities, and then only we will say that there is a completion of trades. So there are a lot of activities are involved in clearing, settlement, post trading activities, and there are various participants also involved when we are talking about this trade life cycle. So we have seen that for trading we have a broker, stock exchanges, and for settlement we will have a clearing corporations, clearing bank, depositories, custodians, etc. So we will see about those things in details in as we go forward. So what is the typical trade life cycle? So this is a generally what happens in case of trade life cycle, where broker generally place the order on the trading system. Then the order will get matched on the price time priority basis, and the trade will get executed. Then there will be a trade confirmation. So there are certain cases where there is a trade confirmation happens. So we will see in detail what this trade confirmation is all about, and then the contract note is get generated. So we will see about this trade confirmation and contract note generation in detail in next slides. And the order placement and trade executions we have already covered when we have covered the secondary market trading side. And then there will be a clearing and settlement which happens through the clearing corporation. So this will be our major session today on covering clearing and settlement and then transferring funds and securities to the end client. So this is the typical trade life cycle. We have already covered first two part of it. Third part we will cover in small details, in brief, and the fourth and fifth part we will cover in details in next few slides. So what is this steps involved, which we have already covered, about placing of order, risk management, and order routing. Then order matching is happening and converting into trades, and that trade information goes to the clearing corporation for the clearing and settlement, and the same information is also goes to the trading member so that he will start his clearing and settlement at his ends. And then there is a confirmation of trade basically for the institutional investor, whether it is a domestic institutional investor or a uh, foreign portfolio investor. So for them, there is this confirmation of trade which is happen and which is done by custodian. So that is happen, and once this confirmation is happen, then there will be clearing and settlement of trades happen through the clearing corporation. So these are the major steps involved in the trade life cycle. So first three are already covered. Now as far as this confirmation of trades, contract note generations, we will see. So, what is this confirmation of trades all about? So, we are covering this from the cash market point of view. So, according to SEBI, all the institutional trades needs to be settled through a custodian. So, we have seen at the time of order entry, there is a facility for a broker to enter a custodian participant code. So, what the idea of this custodian participant codes? These give a two things, that this trade will be settled by a custodian, and it will also identify which custodian is going to settle that trade. So when a broker enter a order with a custodian participant code, and when the trade get executed, the trade will move to the custodian for a confirmation. It is not automatically confirmed by the custodian. So custodian will check the details of the trades. He will see that whether he has received the confirmation from his institutions, and once everything was there, the custodian will confirm that trades. So once the custodian confirm that trade, the obligation of that trade is moved from the trading member to the custodian, and then custodian say, okay, now I will settle, take the obligation of settling these trades. So now once the confirmation of settlement is decided by who is going to settle these trades, clearing and settlement can start their obligation process. And what is this contract note? So whenever any trades happen, the trading member will get the confirmation. Now he has to provide this confirmation to his client, which will then legally bound on that client that he has to clear and settle that trades. And that is happen through this issuance of contract note. So in contract note, trading member provide a contract note to the its clients, confirming that the trade is happen on that day. This is the price at which is happened, this is the quantity for which is happened, what are the obligations, total obligations with regards to that funds to the client, because it will have it will include some regulatory charges, brokerage, etc. So while issuing contract note, there are certain guidelines which needs to be followed by the trading member, like it has to be issued within 24 hours. Then he can issue a physical contract note, or there can be an electronic contract note with a digital signature. If it is a physical contract note, then counter confirmation is mandatory from the broker investors. Then contract note should be serially number starting with the financial year. Uh, then in the contract note, details of the client, including his PAN, then details of the orders, order number, order type, security, quantity, price, trade date, trade number, trade time. All this information should be there uh, in the contract note. And this is a very, very important a legal document as far as trade is confirmed. So this actually ensures that, okay, now since the trade is confirmed, it is an obligation on the client to provide a necessary funds and securities to the trading member for the subsequent clearing and settlement of that trades. Now this is basically about the trade life cycles. Now this all trade life cycle related operations are done at a broker end. So each broker may have a different setups for doing these kinds of operations, but for the simplicity purpose we can this trade operation can be segregated into three parts: front office operation, middle office operation, and back office operation. So front office operation basically is a face to the to the client or to the investors, as well as they are access to the trading of the exchanges. Middle office basically does the risk management and surveillance activities, and back office basically does the post trade activities like trade enrichment, trade allocations, then issuance of contract note, clearing and settlement, accounting. So those are type of the activities are handled by the back office. So we will see each and every operations of broker in some details in next few slides.